Hello people, OGB here, and in this video I'm going to break down the Phase 2 Best in Slot weapons for Ret Paladin and how to properly use them. Now before we talk about individual weapons, there's one thing that has to be discussed, and that is that fast weapons are good now. Because Seal of Martyrdom procs Art of War and has been normalized to a 3.3 attack speed for all weapons, it is very good with faster two-handers. So this has opened up some new choices for us as Ret Paladins. Now that that's out of the way, the first weapon to talk about is the Automatic Crowd Pummeler. Automatic Crowd Pummeler is the #1 Ultra Mega Gigabis weapon that you want. Regardless of what anything else says, Automatic Crowd Pummeler is the BIS weapon that you should be looking for out of Nomoran. If you get this weapon, you'll use it with Seal of Martyrdom to take advantage of the 3.3 speed normalization, and also to get all the extra procs from your crits on Art of War. You'll be spamming Exorcism much more than you would with Divine Storm. Once the on-use effect wears off, if the boss is still alive, it's best to swap to another fast two-hander, like something else that I'll cover in a minute. But it's also perfectly fine to just leave Automatic Crowd Pummeler on. Okay, the next weapon, and really the only other thing that's comparable to Automatic Crowd Pummeler, is going to be the Jackhammer. This is an ultra rare drop. It's a BOE from Uldaman, and it's really not something you should be putting your stock into this phase, because there will be very few of them that drop, and it's going to cost a lot of gold. If you do happen to get your hands on this thing, you're going to play exactly like you would if you had an Automatic Crowd Pummeler, using Seal of the Martyr and spamming Exorcism. A more obtainable option would be to look for a Nightblade on the auction house, which is another fast, high DPS two-hander, and it has a nice proc for a Shadow Bolt. I've seen these going for around 200 to 300 gold on the Crusader Strike auction house, versus the Jackhammer going for like 3,500 to 7,500. Due to its fast speed and the proc from melee swings, you'll also use Seal of the Martyr with Nightblade. If you are really on a budget, you can always shoot for the Fiery War Axe, which is another great option. It's a little bit lower DPS, but also a fast two-hander with a physical damage-based proc. Fiery War Axe goes for as low as 30 to 40 gold. Okay, on to the slower weapons. Let's talk about Thermoplug's Rocket Cleaver. It's kind of unfortunate that this thing is a 3.3, but you can run it with either the Divine Storm and Seal of Command build or Seal of the Martyr. So that is kind of a nice benefit, that you can seamlessly go from single target to cleave. And it is probably the best weapon for cleave. There's also the Bloodlight Avenger's Edge. This is a very easily obtainable weapon. All you have to do is a couple of the Stranglethorn events and you can grab this thing, and it performs well with either Seal of the Martyr or with Seal of Command. So just like the Rocket Cleaver, you can swap it up as you like, and that's kind of nice. If you look at Warcraft logs, you'll see this thing all over the place, and the reason for that is just that everybody has it, and it is very good, and it's a competitive weapon, so there's no reason that you shouldn't pick this thing up. And the last weapon I'm going to talk about is the slowest one, the Pendulum of Doom. This is just like the Jackhammer. It's a super rare drop from Uldaman that you probably will not get your hands on. If you do, it's going to cost you a ton of gold. However, it's an incredible weapon. It's definitely the BIS PvP weapon, and it's going to perform really well in PvE too if you do happen to get it. You will have to play with the Seal of Command build for this weapon though. The Seal of the Martyr build will not be an option. Okay, so that's about it for the notable weapons that I think are worth discussing this phase. Just keep in mind that if you choose to use an axe, you are also going to want the Weapon Skill Belt from Nomoran. And if you have any questions, be sure to check out the Wowhead guide linked in the description. If you're still here and you found this guide helpful, hit the subscribe button for me, and maybe I can start putting these videos out more often. Take it easy, folks.